Hey guys, Wolfie here, and happy holidays regardless of which holiday you celebrate. This is the 7 character spotlight quick tips video for the city of Final Fantasy Opera Amia. This is the 25th or 26th of December 2020. Now, I understand the 26th is the start of Kwanzaa, so I'm including that in this video as well. So happy Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, regardless of which holiday you celebrate, happy holidays. And again, this is the 7 quick tips character spotlight video for the DFFOO. And you guys kind of know the drill with the character spotlight. These are once a month. And as of late, the even months are going to be a female character. The odd months are going to be a male character. So that's down that. And this is 7 from Final Fantasy Type-0. So this is going to be about her. But I do have a couple of quick announcements, before I get into that. And they're actually good ones. So hopefully beginning in January or February, I should be trying to get into this a little bit more, because the workload should be lightening up a little bit on my end. So I do anticipate making a few more videos, when that time comes around. Another thing is that the January spotlight will be on Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII, so he is going to be the January spotlight character. And Lise from Final Fantasy XIV, she will be the February character. And it's just like, for me, the reason why I picked those two, I had to do a quick, look in my catalog. Basically, okay, who did I do, who I did not do, that sort of thing. Now, regarding 7, she does have her LD, she does have her 80 Awakening. She does not, however, have a secondary rework. So, for the character spotlight videos going forward, any character who does not have a first rework or a second rework, by the time I do the spotlight on them, I will be going into a predictions aspect for the character itself. So 7, she does have her rework, but it's only her first. She does not have a second rework on JP as of yet. Like I said, she does have her LD. She does have her 80 Awakening, and I had to double check her high armor on this one, just to make sure I get the information from her complete and correct. I will have the Dissidia database website link in the description below. That way you can help me verify the high armor aspect for her. So with that, the drill applies. It's going to be going over her kit, how she is best used, and like I said at the beginning of this video, or towards it, to be more accurate, hold on a second. So basically, it's like, if she were to get a second rework, where would 7's second rework go? That sort of thing. So that's on that. I will meet y'all, believe it or not, on the bio for 7. That's after the home screen, so I will be back. Oh, and a quick thing, the usual disclaimer: any opinion in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And another thing, work's been kicking my ass, so I do apologize for this being super late. So this will be the other video outside the January calendar preview. So we're gonna jump right into the the information for 7. Again, this is all about her. I refer to her as Sevsky because I do write fan fiction, and she is one of the subjects, so that's that on that. But anyway, we're going to get into her bio here. So basically what we have here about 7 in a nutshell is as thus. A calm but collected Agito cadet in Class 0. She wields a sword that can turn into a whip. Her insightfulness gives her sound judgment and a good ability to read others. A motherly nature earns her the respect of her juniors, but her inability to turn down a request does leave her a bit overwhelmed. So she's one of those people that's like, okay, sort of people. So with that bit out of the way, we're going to go into her skill set. So she, like I said, she does have her LD on JP, but we had to figure out what her global name for that is going to be, so I'm not going to include that. So we're going to go over the Brave HP tank, which is standard. Skill 1 is Snake Bite and Lash. Skill 2 is Elemental Lash. The EX ability is called Sadistic Spikes, and her additional ability is called Debuff Attack Up. So basically, this is her kit in a nutshell. So with her EX ability, we do know that 7 has at least, I did say for sure, she has at least a slightly fast recast speed on her EX ability. We're just going to jump into this really quickly just to verify. So we do know that in the base form, quote unquote, so in the base form before the realization, it's at normal. Now we're going to go over here. We're going to go over here, all this information. This is 1 out of 3 post-realization. 2 out of 3. And this is 3 out of 3. Now, the thing here with 7, I'm going to go over here. If you have her EX already, you want to make sure she is at least 2 out of 3 because and then this is really fortunate for her. She does need, the max brave boost. So she does need stuff, where the more max bravery she gets, the better. Now, the thing here that's 7 that people might overlook is that she has a solid speed stat. Now, if you guys remember from the Golbez event, where, 7 is synergy for both his original event and Golbez's Lost Chapter, guess what? She was considered the troll. But sometimes it's the troll that saves the day, because in my experience during the Golbez original event, I brought in 7, and it's 7 speed stat that very much saved my co-ops. Because the thing is with 7 is and the thing with speed stats is it's the one stat that people tend to overlook. Now, the reason why it is an overlooked stat because you don't really know the character's exact speed in the game. Now, for the thing is with speed, the reason why it's overlooked is because, we don't know the raw numbers. However, it's something that's one should not overlook, because when it comes to RPGs where it's turn-based, like DFFOO, the original Final Fantasy, or some of the older Final Fantasy entries, the order is 100% random. Now, the higher your speed stat, the quicker you are to act. And this is why I feel the overlooked stat might be the one that can save your ass. And with 7, she is no exception. She has a solid speed stat that will help you in varying fights, because guess what? The speed stat. It may not be the attack stat, it may not be the defense stat, it may not be HP, it may not be bravery. Sometimes it's the speed stat, because if you can act quicker than the enemy, you might be able to buy more time for a brave break, or in some cases, turn deletion, turn delay. And that's pretty much how you want to work 7. Is that you want to make sure she can act before the enemy does. Because if the brave is high enough and she can proc off something relatively quickly, it can buy the team more time. To where somebody can turn delay or somebody can turn delete. And that's also, and as much as I don't want to say this, is the best way to work her. Now, if you're bringing her into a Lufenia fight, and there is footage on YouTube where she is using Lufenia fights pre-LD, it's pretty much just you swap her out at the beginning, but what she does when she comes back is crucial because of her speed stat. And that is a pretty damn good thing. Because you look at characters like 7 or even Lightning, characters who have a solid speed stat, they may not be able to hit the hardest, but they could buy the team time, and that could be very crucial for certain situations. Now with 7, like I said, you might want to be cautious when you use her in fights, because she does not have the means to recover skill 2, but she does have the means to recover skill 1. So she's one of those, you want to be really, really careful with her. And then if you really want to, just swap her out at the beginning to conserve her skill uses. because unfortunately, she does not have the means to conserve skill 2, but she does have the means to conserve skill 1. And she is one of those characters who I feel is quite reliant on her EX weapon. And there are characters who are beyond the word reliant on their EX weapon, beyond rework in JP. I'm looking at you, Setzer. I'm looking at you, my dude. But like I said, she is one of those characters who is reliant on her EX weapon as well as the speed stat. Now, regarding the secondary rework, now where could she go with the secondary rework? Now, the multipliers can improve, but the biggest thing I feel she really needs, and this is kind of odd for me saying this, is that she needs the Y'shtola treatment with her EX ability and skill 2. Meaning that with her EX ability, once you pop it off, she does get a use of skill 1 back, but she does not have the use of skill 2 back after using the EX. And this is where she needs the full Y'shtola treatment. Meaning that you pop off statistic spikes, you get a use of skill 1 back, a use of skill 2 back. Now, if she gets that in her secondary rework, alongside maybe some more uses, and even the EX is also tied to skill 2 and her additional ability, that's even better, because that will fix the longevity problem she still has to this day, in my personal opinion. Now, with the multipliers, again, she might need some help with that too. Improve damage output. And the thing, but that's just me, because it's like I'm trying to figure out, okay, how can she work best here?